the web of pasta. All over the planet. Wheat pasta, Italian pasta, Vietnamese vermicelli, strong jelly like Japanese noodles, Greek moussaka, stuffed cannelloni. We are worldwide lovers of the sinew, skins and bones of dried dough that fill the masses' stomachs and flex the movements of nations. In pasta we are one. O silly and wired species, Pastafarians, getting mugshots taken with the strainer on their brain. Silliness is a virtue. Indeed. I've seen stranger, we've been stranger, out of ranger, the ranger and the stranger, B-movie social backbeat. Normality's duality when it faces the warping mirror of different culture where bit by bit habits become recognizable like hands, and the stranger's phase runs the gauntlet from frighteningly unknown to vaguely familiar to recognizable and beyond into distinguishable, bordering on interchangeable. Ours, one of ours. They. From yesterday's pasta simply boiled in broth and rebaked with a drop of oil and a touch of vinegar, exquisite diet of the financially poor, the migrants and the bored gourmets seeking shelter in humble dishes of old. To the overladen buffet fou of Nightland's cultures still reliving the nightmare traumas of successive wars and liberations, debates, stalemates, stale crackers and broken promisers, that like an incessant hail of left, right, endlessly marching uppercuts, angle shots and close-up kidney mashers, beat their mentalities into a deafening punch-drunk permanence, the junkies in their streets being but the anesthetic swimming through the bloodstream of the masses as the battle cruisers of might and plight sail on true, looking for an horizon in a fishbowl. Pietro pizza, grazie mille. Give me a flat earth, even though the curb of the far horizon defies the wish for overview and mockingly serves as the dish of oversight. And we suckle the sweets in denying knowledge of the lands and worlds beyond. While the light of the suns encircle and engulf us, with daily warmth and nightly questing urges, so many lights at the seeming end of space, once you dare release the tunnel vision of unique singular salvation and free up to all-around awareness 360 degrees of being you. Technology is naught but a rise of envisioned possibilities, tracking, rerouting our deemed possibilities. 400 years ago, saying you could communicate with people on the far side of the globe would have gotten you a free pass to the witch trials, artist's entrance. Make sure to play your part. While the desert-crafted dreamers of Australia, they would have merely have smiled through your eyes till the universal atomary kaleidoscope delivered you to dreamtime redemption. A mere century ago, it would have landed your sweet ass in a 5-day tied-down cooler tub of freezing water, ordained by the shrinkers and shrivelers of those days. Sure effective for shriveling a person into a skinless blob of despair, unable to communicate with anyone, and therefore freely speaking to the walls of its cell. The cage center stage only on Sunday afternoon, when the ungentle amongst the gentry came by with an unpokeable lady on one hand and a prodding stick for the mental circus freak in the other. Diversion after church and before the stately Sunday boudoirs of voluptuous reciprocal righteousness. Now the only reaction you'd get now would be, sure, so you're on a phone and a card. And you got credit. Like one of us. They do too. Like all of us. Global awareness rising with global communication, data blocks like neuro spaceships shooting through the labyrinthal cosmos of the multitude of minds, each head an atom in the species being. The afterburning flames of skyrocketing new learning like the fickle furtive flashes of growing being in a baby's eye. So why would telepathy surprise anymore in, let's say, 100 years? 50? Now? Up to us. As questing neo-neurons, where do we steer our quantum life? What pathways do we free from routine's gravitational topics to lay out a hot Scotch wizard's bridge to beacon suns unknown? The trickling flow of pioneers and knowing fools drawing a dotted line across the bone walls of our skull caves as we set the stage for a new dawn of human, once again the first ones known to paint. In clicks like Bushman dolphins speak, biochem waves taking to the ether, tuning the human voice on a digital pitchfork, and the devil may care. Keep your cool, keep trucking to what seemed impossible historic nanoseconds ago. The spiraling timeline of ever-evolution. Up or down the stairs, you say? It's 360 degrees, man. Gravitational fields to be outbalanced like cross-referencing the currents under the surface of sweeping waves, lest the bluntly sharp and remorseless rocks of ages stone you to death with pebbles of space debris. 360-degree living. Round space, round the clock, round the facets of your personified being, till you sparkle like a rainbow gem. High current, heavy brain fry, risk to the nerve tracks as the neuro street racers burn out their tires on the nitro fuel of fresh possibility. Flash in the pan, oil spatter on the skin, burned with the knowledge of change, the overview of befores and afters yet again, while all you do is fix some dinner for a shot of homeliness on this ever-traveling planet nomad. Nomad. No such thing as mad. Don't get mad, don't go mad, don't be mad, yet we all have madness within. We all see, feel, hear, taste, experience madness without. The observer is the lab rat, madness the forbidden currency. Due to danger to individuals and groups alike, under emotional lock and mental key, strictly reserved to sanction genius and school deception in art and hubris. Strictly kept in the dark like a nanny dog pit bull shut in the cellar being fed kicks and crumbles till the morsels of pain taste like daily manna. Stockholm dogs. 2 dogs. Even Munchausen let Bucephalus run wild and free. Madness will follow its master. Madness the nightmare, the dusky stallion at dawn. Madness the soon-up sister of folly and brother of reason, vainly bound on the apostles' cross of painful good intent. Madness. The rocky waves of raw respect for mixed causes and plural outcomes. Madness. Tracking every dot of every simultaneous synergetic probability of every moment at once. The blindfold lifted, the cellar light flicked on, the curtains drawn from round our drunken lair, and instinctively we shut our eyes and squeezed the blood from our veins, vainly trying to accommodate this natural illumination of the mind. 1 split nanosecond long baby step at a time. Keep trucking. Keep trucking. Pedal to the metal, the spaceship urge will not budge. Don't blow the engine trying. Let go of the handlebars. The dance pole is a spiral, and humans not driving anyway. Earth is. We're merely stuck in the back of the train of thoughts, the dusk of Roman righteousness. Together with the relics, souvenirs, and stone faces we sell on the flea market of daily back scratchings. Swapping fleas to scratch an itch. Like that's gonna work. Nice try, wave goodbye, we leave no one ever behind, ever so very far behind. Jamming cross sticks in the wheels of natural progression as we try to grind break time into our most beloved day, most glorious night, shiniest facet of momentary bliss, love, joy, orga space weekend round trip. Made of mud, bones, dust, and dodgy dogmatic forced belief, straining the power from the stream, channeling feelings into harbor blockades of cemented congealed termite shit and high-class spit. The dikes and dams are bursting, brimming with free, unabashed new life. They are no longer up to the rising and descending tides of emotions as the cripples crisscross the oceans and the neocortex starts to feel old, as ever-evolution keeps adding wrinkles to Rodin's forehead and our neuroclay folds like pasta sheets in a steamy lasagna, till we get to the millefeuille dessert brain state of sunshine, honey, and Milky Ways. That sperm-wide ejaculation of suns and system turning our minds, hearts, cocks and cunts, biped beasts, two-legged savant, and ever-diverse animals alike.